Alright, so check this out. I'm missing something right here, right? I guess you already know from the title, I'm missing a belt that's supposed to go around that air conditioning compressor, which to a lot of us drivers is the most important part of the truck, and that alternator, you know what I'm saying? So, if there's no belt from there to there, you're not gonna get, well, you're not gonna be able to charge your batteries, you're not gonna have air conditioning, that goes over the water pump, you know, a couple of tensioner pulleys. But here's the trick. This is what I want to teach here, okay? Two things. One is you might not just have a problem with just a belt breaking. It could be indicative of a bigger problem, okay? It could be this tensioner pulley, okay, which I've already shown how to change. It's not going to be that one because there's a belt going around there, right? But there's tensioner pulleys like this one, and then right behind it's an idler pulley, which just sits idle and spins. All right, so here's the trick. When you break a belt, well, I got to get in here. Okay, when you break a belt in here, okay, what you want to do is you want to check to see if any of those are having a hard time turning. Because if you put a new belt on that's a $100 belt, you're just going to throw another belt, right? And that'll cause more damage. I've got damage on the other side where this belt whipped around and broke the coolant level sensor that's in the overflow box. Okay, so that's no big deal, but it broke it. So I got another one on the way. I got some belts on the way. But I want to show you something. If you take, with a glove, okay, you want to wear a glove, if you take your hand, and this, you see how this turns so easy? That's not locked up. Even the air conditioning compressor can be turned a little bit by hand, right? It's not completely locked up. It's probably compressing like hell when it does, but it's not completely locked up, right? Alternator spins freely. See how easy that is? That pulley that I just told you about, the idler pulley, if I can get it in the shot, it's spinning. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Let's try to get it in the shot here so you can. It's turning with just a finger, just barely touching it. Look at that. Spins freely. You want to check all of the pulleys that don't have a belt on it, because that's the one you broke. And I'm going to go ahead and change both belts at the same time and keep that as a spare. That's my trick. Okay, and you want to use like a zip tie to hold them together so it'll be out of the way in your toolbox. But this is the tensioner pulley. It holds tension. Now, here's the trick. When you got belts all wrapped up around each other, let me show you what I pulled out. All of that right there. Now, how did I get that out? And it was all wound up in a John Wayne slip knot. I mean, you wasn't getting it out. John Wayne couldn't have got that thing out of a knot. Each one of them strands ripped out as I pulled on it away from the rest of the belt. Here's how. You're going to need a pair of vice grips. Vice grips or Leatherman. My Leatherman, okay? And you're going to need a 1/2-inch breaker bar. This is a 1/2-inch drive. The smaller one, you know, 3/8, not the little bitty baby quarter, but the 3/8 is smaller than this. So this is the next size up, 1/2-inch drive. This 1/2-inch drive, just like I showed in the video on how to change the tensioner pulley, and I'll put it up in this slot right here. If I can show it. Okay, in this slot, well, there, in that square hole right there, there's a square hole that's made for this, right? If I can get the angle right with the camera, I had it above. But anyways, it goes in, you see? And what you want to do is to relieve tension, you pull on the breaker bar as hard as you can. Okay, some people use a breaker bar. Some people use a breaker bar and a. Some people use a breaker bar and a tire iron. Okay, to pull the belt off. But if you're just wanting to get tension out, because it was all wrapped around it, right? It was all wrapped around. Pieces of the belt were wrapped around between this belt and this pulley. Okay. The only way to get that out is to use this breaker bar. You leave the tension on it. You know, you push up real hard. Let's see here if I can show that with my flashlight. I had to do it above it. Let's see here. This is the hardest thing to do, is to show what I do. I'm telling you people. All right. So actually, sorry, I pulled down on it. So look, check this out. I said push up. So check this out. While I'm waiting on my parts. So when you pull down on this breaker bar, okay, it's going to let pressure off, the tension off of the tensioner pulley. Yeah, can I get in the shot? There we go. Okay, when you pull down, you see how it lets tension off the belt? You're gonna pull all the way down. You're gonna take all that belt pieces out, and then you're gonna let up, and then the belt's back on it again. You see what I'm saying? That's how you change a belt too, is you pull down and you use a tire iron to pull this one off, you know, to unthread it and get everything else set up. That might have been my service truck. I see flashing lights. Nope, that's just a record. Anyway, so that's how you remove one too, if you ever need to change a belt, is you pull down on this one. And it's the same with the spring loaded here, it's the same with the other one. They gotta have tension on them. So this is a tensioner pulley, and then the other one's out of the pulley. A little something about belts that I wanted to put up, that if you have this mess wrapped around your other belt, you still can't go even if you change one belt. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna need a tool like this, and something like that. That's all I got for you. A little tip, side of the road trucking. Look, I'm side of the road certified, SOR certified. So this is all gonna be nice and clean. When he gets here, he's gonna be like, man, where'd the belt go? Because there's always something left of it. So I'm gonna get off this thing. Oh, wait. That was a, okay, that was a call I was not trying to take. Spam. So, just a couple tricks I've got that I wanted to show. Now, a pry bar, you can use any kind of pry bar to get that belt off, but it's not coming off the front because that tensioner pulley goes across there. So when you pull down, you're going to have to really fight with it, or you could just cut it. So there you go. But even putting the new one on is going to be a task. So I would recommend to put it on the easiest parts first. And then as you come down with the tensioner pulley, you work it right there. But, so you see what I got, people? Gonna need a belt and some other parts that it broke. So y'all stay safe. Hope you don't have this problem. Hope you're doing good. But this is, once it's done, I ain't gotta worry about it for another, what, at least a couple years, right? That's all I got. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. Peace.